Hey, what's up? This is Sarah Lee Day, and you're watching Dubsado Tidbits, the things you need to know about Dubsado delivered in bite-sized pieces. Today we're going to continue talking about the reporting view and the different things that you can see in that view. So if you go to reporting on the left, we've already talked about project sources, project breakdown, and invoices. Next we're going to tackle transactions. Now, transactions is going to be all of the money that's going into and coming out of your business within Dubsado. So this is going to show the date of the transaction, the project the transaction is associated with, client information, categories, which we'll talk more about in the next episode when we get to chart of accounts, payment method. So if they paid by cash or if it's credit card, a check, that information will be here. A description of the transaction, whether it was a payment on a client project or it could also be an expense for your business. You can describe that here. The amount spent, if it was an expense. The amount received, if it was income from a client. And additional actions like deleting the transaction. And all that information will be shown here, and this information populates automatically based on the activity on your invoices and other expenses that you add to your account. Now, if you needed to filter this information, you can use this filter here. You can look for a date range, for a dollar amount, for specific projects, expense categories, descriptions. You can search by all kinds of information. Now, if you just wanted to sort your transactions, you can sort by date, you can sort by project, client. You can click on any of these titles to sort by that information. Now, obviously, we don't have any information in here yet because this is still our trial account, but once your business gets going and once you start getting more clients in, this may be an easier way to kind of sort through all that information. Now, if you are like me and you'd like to be able to see and manipulate information in something like Excel, then you might want to use this Export as CSV option. And this will export a full list of all of your transactions into a CSV file that you can then manipulate and create your own reports for in Excel. Now, if you needed to manually add some income or expense transactions, let's just say that you made a sale that was not through Dubsado, but you still want to track it for your business, then you could click the income and you can actually manually add that in here. So let's just say that we got $100 cash on today's date, and this was a trade show sale. Let's just say. Project, we don't have any projects yet except for the sample one, so we'll just attach it to that. And then we'll click add. And now you can see all that information is in here. Now on the flip side, let's say we had an expense for the trade show. We can click expense. Let's say we had to pay a $10 registration fee. We paid it by check on, we'll just say the 1st. Description, registration fee, and project, we'll put it to this project as well. Expense category, since we haven't created any of these categories yet, we could go ahead and create one here, or we can just leave it blank. For now, I'm just going to leave it blank. For future transactions, you would definitely want to go ahead and put a category on it. And we'll get into more of that in the next episode when we talk about chart of accounts, about why that's important. But for now, I'm just going to leave it blank since we haven't set that up yet. And then click add. So now we can see both of our transactions in here, one for money spent, one for money received. If we needed to delete any of that information, we can just click the little trash can over here, and that would delete it. Now, for businesses who are collecting and remitting sales tax, Dubsado automatically categorizes that as well, again, based on the chart of accounts that we've not talked about yet. But when it's time to make those tax payments to the governing authorities, you can add that in right here. So you would select your tax item, again, something we haven't set up yet. You would put in your tax amount. Let's just say we're paying $30. Out of our 100, and we're going to send this in by e-transfer. We're going to pay it today because tomorrow was tax day. And description is sales tax. We'll just say. Click add, and that will take care of adjusting your sales tax total, your sales tax balance, by adding it in as a tax payment. And that's it for today's tidbit. For more information about receiving updates, requesting future episodes, or getting help with your own Dubsado account, check out the links in the description below this video or visit sarahleeday.com. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.